guys, it's Kay. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my reading vlog where I'm going to read all things that give summer or summer vibes in some way to me. And I'm also going to take you along to a couple of places that also scream summer, including a certain boy band with the season in the name. And I'll let y'all try to guess who that is up until the clips. But until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the different adventures I take you on through this summer-themed reading vlog. Alright, let's see, it's been a few days. I don't know what the lighting in here is, but it's fine. But I have to come in and scream to you because I just finished, long story short, and I'm actually vibrating right now. This is a new favorite YA, 5 stars. And reading books like this, I have to put it down right now, but reading books like this remind me just why I love YA books so much. They're just so addicting and so fun, and just like I was legit just screaming, kicking my feet for like over half of this book. But what this is about, and it's actually also one of the few times I didn't annotate because I just picked it up on a whim. I did not expect to love it this much. But anyway, so this is our book about our girl Beatrice, and she is 16 years old. She's been homeschooled her entire life, and she's exceptionally gifted. She's really smart, but she doesn't always have the best like social awareness. So anyway, she gets into Oxford University, doesn't tell her parents or anything, and she gets accepted in. And they don't want to send her because she's 16 and all that, and they're just worried about her. So they make a deal with her. She has given a checklist of things that will make her a real teenager, experiences that she can do, like make friends, play a prank on someone, say yes to an invitation you don't want to do, that kind of thing. And they send her to a camp where she is going to be forced to get out of her shell. So they send her to a Shakespearean camp in Connecticut. And from page 1, I was attached to Beatrice as a character, even though I was at homeschooled, and there are some differences. I related so much to her. Like, even her list of things that she's never experienced, as someone who's already graduated college and is years into like adulthood, I also have not done like half of those things. And just, she was so fun. She was so blunt. She called things as they were. She was blunt and honest, and she wasn't afraid to tell it how it is. And even though she was willing to change parts of herself and to grow and adapt, she never let who she was be taken away from her. And I loved her so much. And there was so much that found family in this. She made friends, and just seeing that friendship on page, it was so sweet. And as you can tell from the front, she gets up on the wrong foot with this guy, Nick, and throughout this, it is so obvious he is down bad for her. Like, it is so obvious, but she doesn't see it that way because of things that have happened in her past. She doesn't completely trust him. And it's him trying to win her trust, and the tension, the conversations. They end up having a bet over who can say more Shakespearean. And when I tell you, I legit lost my mind because he was like, and his bet was if she lost, she had to kiss him. And when I say I lost it. And there was also this scene at the very end, and if you know, you know, but their bonus scene they added to Romeo and Juliet, if you will, I legit screamed. I lost my mind. It was so good. Just, if you can't tell, 5 stars. And this is also her debut, which is absolutely insane. I know she has another book. It's like The Calculation of You and Me. I really want to read more from her now, and I am so glad I have this on my shelves. So yeah, that kind of put a whirlwind on everything, because I actually have a list of things I need to update you on. I finished my arc for You Had Me at Heist, and by the time this vlog goes up, this is already going to have been out. It comes out on the 16th, and I also, another 5 stars. Like, I am just living in June, apparently. But in this one, we have Iris, and she is neurodivergent, autism rep. She is so delightful to follow, and kind of a little different than Beatrice B, but in the same way, that book also had one of the sweetest, most pure romances I've gotten to read about in a long time. And Oliver made his way into my book boyfriend shelf on Goodreads because this man was so down bad as well. He's obsessed with her, like kind of that "you overwhelm me because you exist" quote, because Iris was so also called things as she saw them, and every time she spoke, it just completely disarmed him because he was a former Bow Street runner, and those are like the early police forces of London. So he's used to people beating around the bush, not being honest, not trying to deceive. But she was so open, so like truthful. She was so genuine, and it just completely disarmed him, and it was the cutest thing. And then he was absolutely obsessed with her and got so distraught over the fact that he cared about her so much, and it was just so cute. And on top of everything else in that book, we are also dealing with Iris, who is a botanist, so bonus points for me, of course. But her mother's work was stolen and her house was burned to the ground, and now it's 5 years later, and they have figured out who stole her mother's research and is trying to defame her. So her, along with the widows, because this is part of the Widows Society, which is a series that started last year. I gave the first book in this series 5 stars too, so it is good stuff. And there's a heist involved, and it was just so delightful. I highly recommend it. Even if you're not someone who typically reads historical romance, I think this was just such a lovely story that everyone would have fun with. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, I am still reading Stormbreaker and Japanese Gothic, which are my books that I'm currently in the middle of right now. I've kind of gotten put on the wayside back burner, but I still stand by the fact that Stormbreaker is a summer vibes book. I live in Florida, so it is lightning, thunder, summer storm season, so the book kind of fits with the vibes. And also, it is giving the first Divergent book. And if you don't know me, I'm about to like probably lose my little subscribers that I have, but I liked the first Divergent book. I actually never liked Triss as a main character. I was not upset by the third book. If you know, you know. But the love interest in Stormbreaker is such Tobias vibes. They are the same blueprint, and I'm really loving it for that. So I'm having a fun time with it. I'm going to jump back into it eventually. We'll see when that happens. But it is recital season. And this is so annoying. My annual freckle donation. So this is your friendly public service announcement to go to the dermatologist. No matter what state you live in, please go to the dermatologist, especially if you're from the South, because I do not like being in the sun. And yet I have donated so many freckles, it's not even funny. But anyway, I have a dance recital this weekend, so this is about to be really fun for me. But yeah, we are really living for the summer vibes over here. It's great, good times. So yeah, 2 5 stars in this vlog, technically. What a concept, truly. But yeah, I'm not sure where we're going from here. I'm gonna check back in with you eventually. I had this idea about I was gonna do a spinner wheel. So maybe I will add that in here, see what's going to get read next. If I actually just figure out what to read next, just ignore that. But yeah, we will see what happens. So I hope you all enjoyed the 5 sauce interlude there, because, you know, 5 seconds of summer in the summer vlog, it makes sense. And I am getting through the post-concert doom scroll session, in case you were wondering. Listen, they're comedians. It's really been entertaining, but not good for my, you know, focus and stability. But even amidst all that, wait, let me go get it. I did finish Stormbreaker. So I'm gonna have more, you know, coherent thoughts in my Fairy Loot vlog. I don't know when that's actually gonna go up. Hopefully it's gonna go up someday, but not sure when it's gonna go up versus when this is going up. But regardless, I finished it, and I stand by the fact this is absolutely a summer book, because I'm in Florida. I'm sure in other places in the world, summer means a lot of storms, and as you can probably tell by the title and the everything, there are all the thunderstorms and lightning in this. It qualifies as a summer book for me. This has such strong Divergent vibes, at least the first book, which is, you know, good for the story because I really only liked the first Divergent book, but I really loved following Poet in here, and Rook is 100% a Tobias variant, and I did love that man. So he was just, it was really good. It was really fun. I still don't know where I stand on the whole dystopian romance thing. The crumbs are here, and there's definitely a lot of talk about taking down the system and all the things that make this a dystopian. It does absolutely count. But yeah, where this left off, pretty intriguing. And the next book actually comes out in like September, so not too long to wait. And more importantly, I was on top of it. This was the May Fairy Loot book, and I got to it in June. Like, who is she? So yeah, I actually am preparing to go on a trip, but see you when I see you. There's no broken angle for this, but hi and hello. Welcome to a new location. We are staying at the beach for like a week, and right now everyone is out and about doing stuff, so I figured I'd pop in here and try to update while I had the place to myself. So since last time I checked in with you, I actually went on a 3-week Europe trip with my sister. So we went to Cologne, Germany, Paris, and I went to a town called Braun in Romania, and I got to see Braun Castle, which is known as the Dracula's Castle. Fun fact, Vlad the Impaler never actually went there, but it is still such a cool, beautiful place. I'm so glad I got to. Since getting back, I did also go to Disney, and I think I was able to stick some B-roll of that in here. And I read This Vicious Grace, which also gets to go into my Fairy Loot vlog, so whoop whoop, I'm knocking stuff out. But I actually really liked it. It was really fast-paced, really addictive. I really liked the characters. I really liked the romantic relationship in there. Like, good stuff. But summer-wise, it was a very summer book. It's taking place on one of the islands of Italy. And so there's a lot of mention of lemon and lemon treats. And I really liked it. It was very summery because it was just so fast-paced. But I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. And since getting to the beach, I started Tides of Passion. This is the last book in the Sea of Secrets, or Seas of Seduction. I really should look at things before I vlog. But it's a historical romance trilogy, and it's like watching Pirates of the Caribbean, essentially. It is so much fun, just so summery. And I have been loving this series this year. This has been one of my like bright spots. I love finding new historical romance authors and historical romance series. But this is the 3rd one. This one's actually taking place in New Orleans, and she's on the run from one of the pirates. And there's actually some gothic vibes going on in there, and I'm enjoying it. They're really fun reads if you like historical romance, or if you just like something fun and fast-paced. I do really recommend this trilogy. It's really fun. And today I started the dust jackets, who knows where, but I started The Shippers by Catherine Center, and this is just purely an amazing beach read. So I was actually reading on the balcony recently, and I have heard so many mixed things about Catherine Center's latest releases. I have heard nothing but praise for The Bodyguard, and I still really want to read that. It's actually on my summer TBR as well. We'll see if that actually happens. But I don't want to read that first because I feel like that's going to be like my favorite of her works. So I picked up The Shippers, and this one's had like mixed reviews. I haven't actually seen anyone review this, so I'm going in pretty blind. But so far, I think it's really fun. I like to call some books like stupid fun, and that's really what it is because I'm at the age of most of these romance protagonists, and they will do things that I'm just like, I would, in my 25 years of life, I would never consider doing these things or thinking these are these actions. But it also makes for really, really entertaining stuff. And I do really love best friends to lovers is like my favorite trope. Would I ever want it in real life? But I love it in fiction because the angst and the tension it gives. But this is childhood best friends to lovers, and they're kind of estranged, which is my catnip in books. She's also a math major, so he is also just like hyping her up at every opportunity, and my heart is just so good. But anyway, and I didn't know this was part of the book, but this actually opens with her getting married, and it's not a spoiler. You can literally tell because it's not mentioned in the synopsis at all. She doesn't go through with this wedding. But this is taking place on a cruise, and it's her sister's wedding, and she's trying to get with her first love, first crush, because she thinks that her first kiss with him at the ripe old age of 10 has ruined her for all others. Of course, she has daddy issues that go along with this, but her childhood best friend, who has become suddenly very hot and very attractive and just came back from France, has shown up, and he's going to help be her wingman for all this. And we all know what's going to happen, but I want to be entertained, and it's entertaining. It's a perfect beach read in my opinion. And also alongside all this, I don't think I've mentioned it at all, but it is July now. So I'm doing Macy's Mermaid Marathon. And this year it's kind of straying away from just being mermaid themed. It's just kind of encompassing all of summer. So I'm trying to knock as many of those prompts off as possible. Tides of Passion covers the pirate prompt. This Fisher's Grace covered the island. And this one is covering a beach read and cruise. So love that for me. But yeah, I am going to go back to reading, and I will catch up with y'all when I have something. What this angle looks like for y'all. Hopefully it's not terrible. Also, I don't know what it is about me vlogging, but I hate my hair down. But I literally I feel like I always update y'all with my hair down, so hold on. I got the founding father ponytail going on. Okay, so as you can see, let's see, it's been a few days, but today was so much fun. So I went to For My Beaches. There's a library sale, and they always have a really awesome selection. And I don't normally get lucky, but I found 4 historical romances, and all of them ended up being $1. So it was responsible spending, in my opinion. I do feel kind of guilty. Texas Destiny, I actually have the ebook of, but I'm like pretty sure it was free, so I don't feel that bad. And then I actually screamed when I saw a rose in winter. I was so excited about that. You don't hear all the children, but oh well. But I was so excited, I actually screamed. My dad did not understand what the big deal was, but it was a big deal to me. Anyway, but I am currently still reading Tides of Passion. Honestly, it's kind of fun to finally have a main female character who is kind of like everyone else, I feel like, because don't get me wrong, I love the other two books, but both the women in that were so strong, so stubborn, and I don't know how to explain it, but kind of like what you'd expect from a female character today. It's nice to be following a character who is more of society. She's softer, she is not prepared to be dealing with pirates, which, you know, was... It's just nice to read someone be relatable about something. Like, when they're firing, instead of getting into position, she's like screaming. Like, yeah, I get it. Go off, queen. But no, it's fun. I'm loving it. It's also taking place in New Orleans, which is one of my favorite settings. But no, also, because I'm trying to keep, you know, Mermaid Marathon vibes going, and it's kind of tropical, but I started The Daughter of Dr. Moreau, and I am like 20 pages in, and to try to stop myself from DNFing it, because I'm just not getting on with the writing, I actually downloaded and started listening to the H.G. Wells original story. It's based on the island of Dr. Moreau, and tell me why I'm more invested in the original short story classic than I am this book. So I'm not sure if it's boding well for that. Plus, ever since my haul this morning, I just want to read historical romance, hence why I went back to this book. It is what it is. Oh, but I did finish The Shippers. Sorry, this is all over the place. Welcome to ADHD brain. But I did finish The Shippers, and I am going to unhaul it, but it was a really fun beach read. And honestly, just being at the beach kind of made... It was so cheesy, I'm not gonna lie. It was really cheesy, and I still really want to read The Bodyguard by her. And I think it was a good choice to read this one first, because I think everyone agrees The Bodyguard's like her best work that I've seen around from people. But it was really cute. It was a really awesome pick for a beach read. Cooper, the love interest, is better than me. Good for him. He kept me invested in this book. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. It was a good summer read, and it helped fulfill my cruise and beach read prompt for the readathon. But yeah, I will check in with y'all later when I have another update. But for now, enjoy the beach B-roll. I feel so stupid. Okay, so the love interest of this book, his last name's Moreau. Like this, Moreau. What are the odds? I'm reading 3 books about Moreau. But in case there's any doubt, this is the hottest Moreau, so. I'm here to wrap up and outro this vlog. So I did finish Tides of Passion at the beach, and y'all, it was 5 stars. The plot, the relationship, the couples. I love a green flag love interest who will literally do anything, including like risk his life to save her. And that was absolutely Lucian. That is a new book boyfriend, ladies and gentlemen. And then, to the surprise of really no one, I did DNF The Daughter of Dr. Moreau because I just did not care. I read the classic book by H.G. Wells just to avoid picking that book up. And by the time I finished The Island of Dr. Moreau, I gave that 3 stars, by the way. I thought it was really interesting. Definitely a product of this time, but it was definitely interesting. And I just had no urge to continue to read the same story again, so I just cut my losses. I actually donated The Daughter of Dr. Moreau. How many times can I say Moreau in this video? I did donate it to the library book sale room, so had to give back to the community of that beach town. But that is a wrap on my summer books. I am so glad I did this. Hopefully this can be kind of like a series on my channel, like reading the seasons kind of a thing. But thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to stick around to my bookish corner of the interweb, do please hit that subscribe button and like it if you like. And until next time, I'm Kay. Bye!